Today we will be talking about using the stepper motor through motion control by Siemens software. Okay, this is the power supply we'll be using. We have it currently set to 12 volts of output from the A supply. This gray contraption here is the stepper motor. It is currently connected to our eval board with interface connections. The eval board has two green vertically mounted interface cards. This is our PLC. These are the outputs from the PLC for control of steps and direction. These are the switch inputs, which are used for testing various drive signal inputs. This here is the 6-inch panel, which is the HMI operator interface. Okay, next we will create a motion technology object. First we will add new object, then select axis, and then name it axis_1. After that, we will define the mechanical parameters of the machine. First, we will define steps per revolution, then distance per motor revolution, and then invert direction signal. After this, we will set it so hardware limits are not enabled. Next, we will determine the acceleration or deceleration for the axis. To do this, we select the units for pulses, set maximum velocity, and set start-stop velocity. After this, we do this. We set up the set ramp up and ramp down time. To do this, we set the emergency ramp time, and then we determine the emergency decel time for immediate stops. Next, we will begin the commissioning, and to do this, we manually move the axis to verify operation. To do this, we select manual control, and after that, we enable axis. After that, we select action or jog. After that step, we set home position offset. Once that is set, we set the accelerate. And finally, we make it go. Okay, first we need to add a new object from under the technology object bar. Then we choose the command table. From the command table, we can select and decide on a series of commands to operate the stepper motor automatically. Next, we go into the technology section under the instructions menu. In the technology section, we access the motion control folder, which contains all of the command blocks. These command blocks are called in your preferred sequence. Next, we access the technology section of the instructions menu. Under the technology section, we go into the motion control folder. This folder contains the command blocks. These command blocks are called in your configured sequence. When the command blocks are finished being configured, this should be what you see. To call the axis, double-click to the left of the axis in your network to pull up the list of axes you have available and select the one you want. In each network, click and drag the command table from the Technology Objects menu so you can use the commands you need in that network. After this is done, save, then download to device, and after that, click the Monitoring On button. In the project tree, click on the HMI folder, then on the Screens folder. In this folder, add New Screen, and click and drag buttons as you wish. Once you have done so, you can save and then download to device. Once you've done this, it should display on the HMI interface. Touching the command table executes the sequence of commands you designated. Touching halt in the middle of the sequence will pause the motor, but will not reset the sequence. When the command table button is touched again, the sequence will continue to execute as before. When you push the Move Relative button, this button moves the motor a specified distance, no matter its positioning. When you press the Move Absolute button, this moves the motor to the specified position. When you press the menu in plus or minus buttons, these buttons enable Move Jogging mode. This mode allows you to move the motor as precisely as you please. The drawback to this is that the motor will not move smoothly and will tick along instead.